Our next presenter is representing the company.
Organization now.
Organization. This whole nonprofit world, it's a black box to me. Organization, one of the preeminent organizations in the Valley. It really is. When I moved here and saw what Verite does, I was just blown away that a global, company could have such an impact out of Amherst. So please welcome Program Director from Verite, Robin Jaffin.
I had the option of taking a beta blocker tonight or drinking India Pale Ale. I made the right choice.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. All right.
Let's give her another round of applause. That's it. Robin's
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
So 1983, I graduated from Hampshire College, just a reason. And I was a founding student in a program called Workplace Democracy. Fast forward, I'm standing here in Old Apple Orchard for Hampshire, talking about democracy in the workplace. This is a full circle moment for me. The last 14 years, I've had the privilege of working with an extraordinary group of people from around the world for an organization called Verite. Verite spends its days illuminating and seeking to eliminate labor abuse practices in the supply chain, to bring voice, to bring resources to some of the most vulnerable worker populations on the planet. Migrant workers are extremely vulnerable. These people have a huge need for employment. They're often lacking in education. They're isolated from their communities, and they're on the move, which means, I don't know what happened to half of my slide here, but it's gone, which means that they are very hard to reach with our services. A tool that's going to allow us to reach workers regardless of where they are. And we call this LINK. This is Labor Information Connector. What this is a mobile phone technology that helps us bring our programs directly to workers. But more importantly, it helps bring workers' voices back to us, to companies, to other NGOs, to trade unions, and to you, the consumer. No matter where Verite finds itself, the one thing that we understand is that most every worker has access to a cell phone. Migrants in U.S. labor camps, remote cocoa farmers in Ghana construction sites in Saudi Arabia. We also use a very sophisticated technology to be able to bring all of this to you and to the worker. So, in simple terms, what is LINK going to be able to do? It's going to connect the disconnected. It's going to link workers to mobile and currently non-mobile information and assistance services around the world. So, what does this mean in simple terms? I'm missing half of my slides here. So, Chinese construction workers, when they're working in Kazakhstan, are going to be able to access local labor laws in their own language to let them know whether or not they're getting paid. A pregnant Filipino woman who's working in Saudi Arabia is also going to be able to access health care for herself and for her child. The young man who travels 3,000 miles away from home from Bangladesh to Saudi Arabia in order to be able to support his family is going to be able to access legal information and services to ensure that labor brokers don't abuse him.
Awesome.
He's also going to be able to bring women the tools they need to be able to gain a foothold in their own economic and personal growth. They're also going to be able to do this autonomously, independently, to ensure that they can sustain those gains. Companies also spend billions of dollars a year educating or dealing with the tragic outcomes of not educating workers around health and safety. So being able to reinforce training or provide workers with additional information is hopefully going to help mitigate this. Workers can also now report out, either on their own or by being surveyed independently on working conditions in their environments. This actually means it's going to provide an ongoing and unmitigated access to information about what's going on in that work environment at any given time. That's a game changer. So farmers and farm workers on smallholder farms also share in the risk and in the reward of the end of season price for a crop. They now can actually get the information about what that crop sold for at the exact same time. Mobile banking access means no more middleman. That means workers gain immediate control and access to their funds. It's transparency in the exchange and monitorable by companies who care about whether pay practices are being managed. Job listings. Migrant worker can actually go and look at a job listing or a labor broker that's been rated by other workers, which will allow him to make a better choice about where he goes to work. So, also for the farmer, the link between high yields and making a living is really clear. Being given access to good agricultural practice information along with CSR is really, really essential. Verite is being able to launch this in one of the largest smallholder supply chains on the planet this year. Verite and Link is keeping workers in the picture every day, in every way that is occupying the supply chain.